Alrighty, so we got some breaking news on Wednesday. It's early in the morning. I'm just now getting up to this news, and let's talk about it. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with yet another Washington football team video, and in today's video, we have some breaking news for the Washington football team as they just released a certain player. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL. Or in this case, our Washington football team. Let's get straight into today's video. So, the Washington football team has just released kicker Dustin Hopkins. And this comes as a surprise because we know Dustin Hopkins has been struggling with his PATs. But surprisingly, he's 9 for, I want to say 12 or 11 from his kicks, from, field goal attempts. And the reason why I say it was surprising because earlier in the season when we were calling for Dustin Hopkins' job, it's like Ron wouldn't do it. He's like, I'm sticking with my kicker. I'm sticking with Dustin Hopkins. I have faith in him. So I was like, he ain't getting cut. But today, they decided to cut him. They said that missed field goal versus the Kansas City Chiefs, that was the last straw. I mean, and then you can kind of say, yeah, but at the same time, we still were going to lose. We weren't going to beat the Chiefs by field goals, but at the same time, that kick kind of did, turn around the momentum, or momentum shifted to Kansas City's Chiefs side, and we were never the same after that. So that was the last straw. Now, you may be saying, who is the new kicker? Chris Blewitt is now going to be Washington's or our new kicker. And can I be 100 with you guys here? I'm one of those guys that wanted Dustin Hopkins gone. I didn't want him here anymore because he just kept missing PATs, causing us games, or at least making the game for us that we win much harder. And I wanted him gone. But now that he's gone, I don't know how I feel about this. Because at the same time that I did want him gone, Chris Blewitt has never kicked in an NFL game. And if he did, it was rarely. He rarely kicked in the NFL game. So I think, let me double check before I give you guys false information here. If I'm correct, he didn't kick in the NFL game, and he was 70% from kicking field goals in college. Let me double check though before I give you guys any false information here about Chris Blewitt. So let me look it up right now. Live on the spot, live on air. Chris Blewitt, I want to say he never kicked in an NFL game, and he is 70% from kicking in college. Let me look at his stats here. So he's 5'9", 190, right? Let's look at it here. Stats. He has none. Literally, no results available for Chris Blewitt. So I was right. He has never kicked in an NFL game, and he was a 70% kicker at Pittsburgh. So again, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not a guy that scouted him, obviously. So maybe the people that were scouting him and having the tryouts, they were blown away with they seen by Chris Blewitt. No pun intended there. But I'll be honest, you know what I'm saying? As much as I wanted Hopkins gone, not for this kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? I was willing to, possibly wait to the end of the season to get a new kicker. Maybe they still do. But to go from Dustin Hopkins to this guy, I don't know how I feel about it. I'll be honest with you. And I'm going to give the guy a chance, obviously. But I don't know how I feel about it. We wanted him gone. This is what we get. This is what a lot of us wanted here. And I'm saying us because I was on that train. So I'm not going to be like y'all because I wanted him gone too. So this is what a lot of us wanted. We wanted him gone. Now we got Chris Blewitt. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure how comfortable I am with Chris Blewitt, a guy that never kicked an NFL game before. But we'll see. And the trend with kickers letting go from their former team, we know firsthand. Graham Gano, he is now one of the best kickers in all of football. Now we let go of Dustin Hopkins. Maybe he turned into one of the best kickers in all of football. That's just how that trend goes. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But Dustin Hopkins is now released. I know a lot of you guys are happy. This guy's been on our team for 2000. He's been causing us game, and I don't want to make it seem like he's just been downright terrible. But as of late, he's been, he hasn't been terrible because the stats. They don't lie, I guess, because he's only 9 for 12 or 9 for 11 from kicking field goals. But it's just like the kicks that he's missing is just in huge moments. So it's like that, even though your stats say you're kind of, really solid, it's just like the moments that you miss your kick. You couldn't pick a different moment. You couldn't miss a kick in the first quarter or something like that. And even if he does, this is what I always say. Sorry that it's probably all over the place, but I'm just, like I'm surprised here. This is what happens when you have breaking news. You're just surprised. You don't really know how to look at things, especially something with a kicker, and a kicker that's been on this team since 2015. Like I said, he's been missing kicks. And I was just about to say, you couldn't find a better way to miss a field goal in the first quarter. And again, he has. And then I always say this too. It's going to come back to bite us later in the game. And what does it do? It always bites us later in the game. So, I don't know, man. Like, I'm all over the place because 1 minute I'm like, yeah, okay, I understand him being gone. And the next minute I'm like, I don't know about him being gone. And that's how I truly feel. Because, again, yes, we wanted Dustin Hopkins gone because he has been missing a lot of kicks. But not for Chris Blewitt. Not for Chris Blewitt. This guy's never kicked an NFL game. He was 70% on the college level at Pittsburgh. So, again, and I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't know if I like this move because, again, Chris Blewitt has never kicked an NFL game. And I'm going to keep harping on that this whole entire video. I was more of either going with Josh Lambo, who's been terrible this year. And let me get that right. He's been terrible, worse than Dustin Hopkins, but at least he's a veteran and he has some type of, kicking experience in the NFL. Or the more one I was leaning towards was just riding out with Dustin Hopkins, cutting him at the end of the season, and letting or releasing him because he's only on a 1 year deal. Releasing him at the end of the season and probably drafting a guy. That's what I was more so leaning towards. Yes, I was talking about drafting a guy. Because a lot of these new kickers nowadays, they've been drafted. Alex McPherson is one of these guys that's been drafted. And maybe we come up with Justin Tucker, but I highly doubt it. Justin Tucker is like it's no one ever. Justin Tucker is the greatest kicker to ever grace this game. So there's never going to be another Justin Tucker. But maybe we could find somebody like a stud in the draft or something like that. But we're electing to go with Chris Blewitt. Again, they could possibly still do that in the draft. But as of right now, they're going with kicker Chris Blewitt. So let's surf Twitter right now to see what people are talking about with Dustin Hopkins being released. So let's go to let's go to JP Finley here. He first breaks the news, says, wow, Washington cuts Dustin Hopkins. Blewitt is the new kicker. Alrighty. And then another tweet from JP Finley. He says, cutting the kicker is the least disruptive move that's shown the head coach means business and is ready to make changes. Hop has been pretty good. I think the 2 missed XPs, which is extra points, in Atlanta and the lack of trust from 50 yards were the final straw. Again, I couldn't agree more. Yes, he's been really good this year. He's only 9 for 12 or 9 for 11 this year, but he can't make nothing beyond 50. If it's 48, 47, 46, he's pretty much good, and even then he still possibly misses. But if you're talking 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, yes, those aren't gimme kicks, but we need you to make those. You are an NFL kicker, and he hasn't made them this year. So I couldn't agree more with that tweet by JP Finley. But again, like he said, cutting Dustin Hopkins was least of the disruptive moves that show head coach Ron Rivera means business. I need you to move Landon Collins to special teams, take him off the field, or cut him. I don't really care at this point. Eat that dead cap. That's how bad he is. Put DeShazer Everett back there with Cam Curl and just change the more important position. Yes, kicker is important, but we want to see bigger change than this. So hopefully this is the start of Ron Rivera changing up some things. Hopefully, let's pray for that. To close out this video, we're going to continue to read some more tweets. So from Mike Clay, Dustin Hopkins has been roughly averaging in terms of accuracy during his career a little bit below the past -3, but he'll likely be an upgrade for another kicker needy team. Biggest issue has been long range, 14 for 27 from 50 plus. Yeah, that's not good. You can't have that in the NFL. You have to be, money beyond, 50 or beyond 40, 49, and you can't. We haven't had that, and I don't know if Chris Blewitt is any better. I don't know, because the guy has never kicked in the NFL. I'm not about to watch no Chris Blewitt college. I don't even think they have Chris Blewitt college highlights from Pittsburgh. So we're going to wait and see. This Sunday is going to be very, very important to see how he performs. You know what I'm saying? He's not only our kicker now, he's most likely going to be our kickoff specialist, our kickoff guy too. And Dustin Hopkins has been really good at that, of making guys take a knee at the 25 or 10 out the back of the end zone. So that is going to be important too. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. It's a whole lot that goes into this. What side, what hash does he like the ball on? You know what I'm saying? Is it left or right? Cameron Cheeseman, they're gonna have to get their chemistry down, and I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out and knock on some wood here, but if he comes out and possibly misses a kick or two, because in his first game and he has to get his chemistry with Cam Cheeseman. But we'll see. Again, I wanted Hopkins gone, just like a lot of you, but I don't know if this is the right move, because, again, Chris Blewitt is basically a rookie. He's never kicked an NFL game, so he doesn't have no experience. So we'll see, man. But I trust Ron. I trust this scout team that scouted them and had this kicking competition. But we'll see, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Held to the Washington football team. Dustin Hopkins is no longer on the Washington football team. Let me know how you guys feel about that down below. We're rolling with Chris Blewitt, man. I'm out. Peace. Cost me one time, that's gonna get you pop. Get you pop, get you drop. Slide on the one where they get you boxed on.